Hello guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Director of Football with Southampton, season number 6. We need to build on not so much the successes of last season, but the foundations that last season laid for the club. Finishing 8th in the Premier League, back in the Europa League again, maybe help us a little bit, plus the domestic competitions. And also the fact that I had 120 million in the transfer budget, which is very, very nice indeed. So let's go and have a quick look at how I spent that. Nothing on the ins and outs, don't think. Nope. So transfer history wise, let's go back. Now, rearrange the dates. These three here are what I bought into, and I spent some sizable amount of money, to be fair. So firstly, all these are going to be new gens now, I think, near enough. Because that's what I'm building for. I'm building up for the future, making the team stronger. But this guy, he was on the next gen list, I think in the top 10. What a right back this guy is going to be. To have these attributes at the age of 19, and I saw him pop up and I saw the people that were interested, and I had the money there already. I just went straight in for him. So I brought in Ketsui Sengun, Turkish right back from Galatasaray for £22 million. What a player. I wanted another striker, obviously to replace the disappearance of Cunha last season. Asquith Bancroft, what a name. He sounds well posh, but he's from Palace, so he probably isn't. He's probably from Croydon. But with that sort of acceleration and pace and stamina, that is going to break the game engine. I know it all too well. Plus with the finish in the 16, can't knock it. Really can't knock it. Yes, he is English. You have to pay through the nose for English regens on this game. 47.5 million to Crystal Palace, I think as a long-term investment will be really, really good. I also wanted another left back to challenge Josh Doig a little bit more, and again this one cropped up, 19-year-old Carlos. Left back, again, great attributes all round for a 19-year-old, 4-star potential ability, really, really solid backup for him. There were a couple of other players who did leave, obviously Cunha in the January. Samardzic left before the tick-over. He has now gone to Saudi, 17.5 million. His game time did drop off a little bit, unfortunately, over the last season. He only started 3 games, 21 off the bench. He's a good player. He served a purpose, but I got some. At the end of the day, I got him for a free transfer, so I made 17.5 million profit. Ka-ching. Then another 33 million brought in. Van der Voort went to Al Hilal. Walker Peters went to Al Shabab. Tyler Dibbling. I got a feeling Dibbling is probably going to get a bit of a buff up whenever the new game comes out, but at the moment he's just not there. Fabian has gone out on loan. Sokris has gone out on loan again. A load of youngsters. So yeah, bringing in another 33 million meant I could spend. In fact, actually, I've still got 46 million left, but again, it's finding the right players. Konstantinos Karatasas. Konstantinos Karatasas. I think that's right. I don't know. But even still, at 20 years old, as an attacking midfielder, great options there because tactically it's changed a little bit. But it gives me more options in that central midfield spot. And as you can see now, the squad is... No, don't want to do that. The squad now is very, very stacked out, as we have 25 players. So we have a more competitive squad, a little bit more even through all the positions, cover everywhere. Ramsdale is not happy because he wants to start more games, but Restes has now picked him to that number 1 spot. As you can see, started 5, 7.28 average rating already, which is really, really good. Schedule-wise, because we're on the 31st of August, this is how it started off. Now, we're in the Europa League, so we're in the Europa League proper. We don't have to do any qualifying rounds. We're out of the Carabao Cup already. Got beat by Villa, but we beat Everton, beat Fulham, and we lost to City. So we sit 8th in the Premier League as it stands after 4 games. I think that's probably about right, to be fair. But I am hoping for better this season. So let's go roll the highlights reel and find out what happens, shall we? I'll see you guys in a few seconds. Season 6 could prove pivotal in our evolution of the club. In the FA Cup, we came close again. After beating Liverpool, Villa, Ipswich and Brighton, we lost narrowly to Man City, again in the semi-finals. The Carabao Cup was frankly shocking after getting beaten on penalties in the third round by Swansea. Enough said about that, the better. In the league, we were actually in a title race for a while. A 4-0 versus Brentford, 6-1 versus Fulham, a 7-0 versus Forest, and a 2-0 versus Arsenal meant we kept pace at the top. But an horrendous April ultimately meant we finished second, 8 points behind the eventual winners, Man City, of the Premier League. But that's not the end of our story. In Europe, we were phenomenal. We won 7 out of our 8 first league fixtures, beating Ludogorets 5-1, Molde 2-0, and Marseille 5-0, meant we actually finished joint top of the Europa League with Liverpool. We got Club Brugge next, who we whooped 7-3 on aggregate. Shakhtar awaited us in the next round, and we won 4-0 on aggregate. The semis was an all-English affair with Liverpool, and it was a tight game, but we came out on top 3-2 on aggregate to go and face Lille in the Europa League final. And it wasn't the most exciting final, it has to be said, but Niakate sealed the win for us with a far post header to give Southampton their first ever European trophy in the club's history. Oh my word. How good of a season is that? We're teetering on the edge here. We're on the edge. We're almost there competitively to be challenging the big boys now. Oh, God, that's a season. That is a season and a half. And we kind of threw it away. As I alluded to, we did throw it away. If we have a look at the schedule, this little patch here.
Brother,
Okay, admittedly, that fixture list is disgustingly bad. Yes, we got knocked out in the semi-finals by City of the FA Cup 1-0, but then we lost to Man United and Chelsea. Losing to Chelsea at home is a bit of a stinker. Losing at Anfield, not too bad, but those games, and also losing to West Ham, dropping points. West Ham and Wolves there. Wolves at home, shouldn't be dropping points against them. And Chelsea at home, that should realistically be a draw. So yeah, we dropped a few points. It's a little bit annoying. We ended up 8 points off Man City, who ended up running away with it again. We just lost too many. We lost 10 games. And 1, 2, 3, 4 of them were at home. And the fact that it was Liverpool and Chelsea and Burnley and City. It's not good enough. Not good enough for the home record. You have to win your home games to stand any chance. Because even if I've beaten, let's say 8 points, just 3 of those converted into wins. Could have been there. We could have been there. Oh, man alive. That is disappointing. But what isn't disappointing is the fact that we're back in the Champions League, regardless anyway, finishing second. But we won the Europa League. I'm stunned. We have a European trophy, Southampton's first ever European trophy, in the trophy cabinet in our 6th season. I didn't expect that at all. So all in all, if we have a look at my profile quickly of what we've won, let's see, FA Cup, Community Shield, and Europa League. 4 bits of silverware in the trophy cabinet in 6 seasons. It's not bad at all. Plus 2 seasons in the Europa League and 2 seasons in the Conference League means our financial status is incredible. Okay, we have 63 in the balance. I've got a 67 million transfer budget. That'll fly up again next season because we're back in the Champions League. Oh, let's have a quick look at the squad. See how we're doing here. Okay, goals being shared around a little bit more. Lamborg got 21. How's he developing now? Okay, technique and acceleration and agility's gone up a little bit. But if we have a look at his development, no. Progress. If I have a look at all his attributes, all time. Okay, so he's consistently picked up 1s and 2s in every single attribute since he moved to Southampton, and he's still only 24. I want to keep hold of this guy as long as possible. His consistency is ridiculous. Konstantinos, wow. 18 goals, 7 assists from him in his first season. We've got a player on our hands here. 12 and 9 from Arda Güler. 12 and 10 from Sulemana again. 7 and 3 from Bancroft in his first season. 7 and 3 from Vitinha. Not bad. I'm very, very happy with that. There is probably going to be a few players leaving this summer. That's not surprising because Ramsdale, he's not happy, so he's been listed. Restes is unhappy, wants a new deal. Yes, I'm doing that. Niakate has been listed as well. Bradley's been listed because he didn't want to sign a contract. Who else is more likely to go? Gomez may be one that goes. Scott is probably another one. Cliver is another one that will go. And Vitinha is another one that will go. So expect a few name changes come Season 7. With that being said, guys, thank you very much for watching. Season 6 has been incredibly successful from my perspective. We now have, actually, before we go anywhere else, we now have 5-star training facilities. I still can't get that youth recruitment up. I haven't asked for a while, so I think I may do that just to get it sorted out. But as I say, don't forget to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with the content on this, as well as my Build a Nation series that's ongoing at the moment as well. If you haven't checked that out, make sure you do. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. Ta-ra.